Oh, hi, friends. Welcome to the Life of Brian. My name is Brian, and this is my life. Hope y'all are having a great Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026, and we're already 1/12 of the way through 2026. So just let that sink in for a little bit. Hope everybody's doing great today. Tonight, I want to do my own version of something. So last video, I did, or I participated in the 2026 Kiss Vinyl Tag, which I had a lot of fun doing. As you can see, I'm a pretty big Kiss fan, but I do also have vinyl of other bands. I do love other bands, not as much as Kiss, but I collect other vinyl besides Kiss, which got me thinking with the whole Kiss vinyl tag thing. Ever since I made that video, I've been tossing around the idea of possibly doing the same thing but with non-Kiss albums. So here we are. That's what you're about to watch. It's what you saw in the title, and that's what we're going to get into is my 2026 Kiss vinyl tag, not Kiss. But I will preface this with the topics that I picked these other non-Kiss vinyl from were the topics from the Kiss vinyl tag. So I'm not going to repeat the names of those because those names were, Kiss references, but the prompt that they led to, I'm going to stick with those, including number two, which we'll get into when we get there. But again, I'm going to go to my trusty piece of paper from last week, last video. Show any live record, official or unofficial. Well, I do have both. I have official and unofficial non-Kiss records. This one is an official record, and it's a live record. It's a 2 LP live record, and it's Jimmy Page and the Black Crowes live at the Greek. They released this on vinyl, I believe, last year, or maybe it was 24. Could have been 24, but I don't know. I'm old and everything runs together. But this was an actual, I think it was a multi-night show. It's gatefold and everything. Mine's 2 LP of Jimmy Page on stage with the Black Crowes, and he plays guitar on some Black Crowes songs, and Chris Robinson from the Black Crowes sings some Zeppelin songs like Custard Pie, Wanton Song, Misty Mountain Hop. What else we got? In My Time of Dying, Hey Hey What Can I Do? And they ended with Whole Lot of Love. There's also a 5 LP, I think, version of this show, which I think goes into more, they have put more songs on it. Um, I think some rehearsal stuff when they were prepping for the show. Anyway, it's awesome. If you love either or both of the Black Crowes or Led Zeppelin, it's so awesome. I can't recommend that one high enough, but that's my number one. Then the number two, for those of you that didn't watch my Kiss vinyl tag video, number two was Ace Frehley related. Well, I'm leaving it Ace Frehley related because it was show a copy of any Ace Frehley album. Well, I'm not showing a copy of an Ace Frehley album. It's an album about Ace Frehley. It's Spacewalk, a tribute to Ace Frehley, which has people like Scott Ian from Anthrax, Gilby Clarke from Guns N' Roses. We got Sebastian Bach, Tracy Guns, and the very last song on here. This is on a limited edition purple vinyl. Talking is easy for me apparently. This last one, if you can read that, it's Fractured Mirror by Dimebag Darrell, who you may or may not know was a huge Kiss fan, huge Ace Frehley fan. Fractured Mirror is that's my favorite Ace Frehley song. It's totally instrumental, no singing, but I love that song. Anyway, that album was awesome. I saw it for the first time last year at a record store in Dallas. I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. I went to a record store in Dallas for the first time, and I found that there. It's the first time I've seen that record. Since then, I've seen a few others, so it's not as rare as I thought it would be, but nonetheless, it's a great album. And obviously, I'm a Ace Frehley fan, so I'm kind of partial to it. But anyway, with the other musicians, when they're doing tributes to, you know, artists that they admire or, that inspired them, it's always cool to hear their takes on the music that helped shape them as a musician. Number 3, show your favorite picture disc vinyl. Well, I only have one that's not Kiss related, and I just bought it when last time I was with my daughter at Barnes and Noble, and it's David Bowie and Bing Crosby doing their version of Little Drummer Boy. Yeah, I know it's pretty cheesy, but I've always loved that song. I thought when I saw that song performed live by these two when it was on TV back in the 80s, I was mesmerized because I knew who Bing Crosby was, but I don't think that was my introduction to David Bowie, but that was pretty close. So this has always had a special place in my heart. Yeah, I know it's a Christmas song, but just those two legends that you would never think would do a song together did one. And anyway, I could go on about it, but that's my non-Kiss picture disc. Number 4, which record do you play the most? 100%. Didn't even have to think about this one. My second favorite band behind Kiss is Led Zeppelin. And my ultimate number 1 favorite Led Zeppelin album is Led Zeppelin 2. Without question. Now this copy this is one of the remasters from 2014. This was a Christmas present from my best friend. But this album, oh my Lord. Whole Lot of Love, What Is and What Should Never Be, Thank You, Ramble On, Moby Dick, Bring It On Home, and I didn't even list them all, but what was this topic again? Which do I play the most? Without a doubt, because I play this one a lot here at home on my record player, but most of these songs are in my Apple Music library that I will shuffle as I'm in my car. Led Zeppelin is just about as deep seated in my musical upbringing as Kiss is. And this album, now, sidebar on Led Zeppelin here. My number 1 Led Zeppelin, not Kiss, number 1 Led Zeppelin song is not on that album. It's actually on 4, and it's When the Levee Breaks. Just sidebar, I had to put that out there. Number 5, which record do you play the least? Well, this one's kind of sad when I started thinking about this one and looking through my records, and when I landed on this one, and because I love the movie, I love all 3 of these movies, 100% love them, and that's the Deadpool soundtrack. I just don't listen to it that much. I bought it because it was Deadpool, because it's on colored wax, which I think is, I can't even remember. I haven't opened it in so long. But yeah, I found it at the local record store down the street from me. I had to have it because it was Deadpool. But I think I've listened to it once, and I've had it at least a couple years. Show a record you couldn't believe you found in person in the wild. Well, I'm not as versed in all things rare with non-Kiss related albums. Well, I shouldn't say that I'm really well versed in Kiss related albums because it seems like I learn something new every day. Anyway, non-Kiss related, I really don't have any bearing for that because I have podcasts and pages that I follow and that I know people from Kiss related things, so I have a good idea of what's rare, what's not, what I might think is rare is more common than I think, and vice versa. Non-Kiss related stuff, I'm not sure, so I only have the bearing of what I see. I well, we'll just show it. For this one, it's Ozzy's Ultimate Sin, and it's because the song "Shot in the Dark" is my favorite song on this record. I've had that song in my Apple Music library for years. Well, in my foray into vinyl collecting 7 or 8 years ago, this was one of the ones on my list. This is one of the ones that I just felt like I really needed to have. Let's see other songs on there. Well, I could never find it, and I did end up finding it. And when I did, I, was really excited about it. It's nothing special. It's just on regular black vinyl, but it apparently is. I don't know the actual number that were printed, but it's pretty rare. So when I found it, I was excited, and this is what was the one I couldn't believe that I found in the wild is this one for Ozzy. All Away. Well, sorry, that was the Kiss title. Never mind. Scratch that. Show the record you must listen to all the way through. Well, Kiss is number 1, Led Zeppelin's number 2, Def Leppard is number 3 for me, and this record, Pyromania, is, I think Hysteria might be my favorite Def Leppard album, but this one, it's because of Rock of Ages and Photograph. I remember seeing those videos on MTV when they first were released in, 82, 83, when we got MTV and when this record was out. This one, I love this one. And because of listening to this, I grew to love more songs on this album. Photograph, Too Late for Love, Foolin', Rock Rock Till You Drop, Action Not Words, Rock of Ages. I mean, that's, and what's funny is here in the Dallas Fort Worth area of Texas, we have a local Def Leppard cover band. Their name is Def Legend, and they look the look and they sound just like them, all the way down to the 3 and sometimes 4-part harmonies, and all musically they just got it down. They do a bunch of these songs, the ones I just named off this record, they do them live. So it's really given me a deeper appreciation for these songs and for this record. Def Leppard, that one for sure I have to listen to all the way. Actually, Hysteria, I don't even think I have a copy on vinyl. Show a record that you bought for cheap but is actually worth more. Well, I think I would throw in this. I think I would throw in this one because I haven't looked on Discogs or eBay. I'm sure you can. I think I got this for $30. You could probably buy it for that too. But I want to say I've seen other ones go for up over $100. Not that that matters to me. I'm not going to sell that record. Impress us. Show us a rare or vintage or misprint or bootleg, etc. Well, this one might not be rare in the sense of rare, because I know there's a lot out there. I just don't know how many people have them or have this. And this is another Led Zeppelin thing. And this is it's a 3 LP box set of Celebration Day. Led Zeppelin's reunion concert from 2007 in the O2 Arena in London, England, where Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, John Paul Jones got back together with John Bonham's son, Jason. So pretty close to the four original members, as close as they could get since John Bonham passed away in 1980. They got Jason Bonham, his son, to fill in on this show, and they put it on 3 LP vinyl. And there's also I think it's a 2 or 3 CD set with a Blu-ray uh, disc of the whole show, which I also have that too, because if you don't know about this, if you're not sure, if you think, oh, well, it's a reunion, it's from 2007, how good could it be? Good grief. This thing is amazing. They kick it off with Good Times, Bad Times. And if you know that song, I know Kiss fans will because Ace Frehley did it on one of his, Origins albums. But they kick it off with Good Times, Bad Times. And the beginning of that song is that dun dun. Well, it's like they've got all of the microphones on the kick drum for this song, and the version of Kashmir that's on here. Robert Plant can still get after it in this show is proof. I highly recommend, if you're the least bit interested in Led Zeppelin, you check this out on whatever streaming service you have, and at least look up Good Times, Bad Times, Kashmir, pretty much, any song you could think of. They end with rock and roll. And man, I'm just telling you, this thing, I could go on and on about this set. I may do a separate video just about that set, just because it is awesome. It comes with a booklet that has the thoughts and feelings of each individual 4 members, and leading up to show night, and even some post show. It's just awesome. I could go on and on about that. So that leaves, what record is currently at the top of your want list? Well, I'm not really sure. Between Def Leppard and Ozzy Osbourne, obviously with Def Leppard, I want the Hysteria album. I had it, got rid of it for whatever reason, and now that I want it again, I can't find it anywhere. With Ozzy Osbourne, there's always something cool coming out. There's tons of bootlegs I've seen floating around, and I missed out on it. You see, I'm wearing a Back to the Beginning shirt. This is actually from the Back to the Beginning website. I ordered this like a week after the show, right before Ozzy passed. I've seen some bootlegs floating around of this show, different vinyl. One whole vinyl is the Black Sabbath set, and the other album is the Ozzy solo stuff. That would be pretty awesome to have. I don't know. I could go on and on about different vinyl that I want. There's so many out there. To a fault, I'm a variant guy. So even, I have the remaster of Led Zeppelin 2, the one I play the most. If I find older pressings of that, I'll get almost all of them, just because I love that record so much. So anyway, that's my foray into my non-Kiss 2026 vinyl tag. I hope I didn't bore you too much with this stuff. I thought it was pretty cool. In my head, it sounded neat anyway, digging out some vinyl that were non-Kiss related that could fit into those prompts. Like to see and like to hear what you guys think, what you guys have. If you have any records that could fill in these slots that are your favorites or rarities, whatever it is, let's see what everybody else has. Let's do a conversation in the comments. Drop me a like, a subscribe if you want to. I got some other things planned. I got a bunch of stuff that's coming in from eBay, different things I'm collecting that I'm going to do a video on here pretty soon in the next few days. So if you like it, stick around because there's going to be more coming. Appreciate all of you. Thank you for sticking through all of these videos. Thank you for putting up with the camera. I mean, the phone camera. That will change. I promise you that will change at some point this year. I will have a true camera. Better videos are coming. Thank you for sticking with me through these first. I guess this is my 11th video now. And yeah, good things are on the horizon. We're going to keep at it. We're going to keep going. And I hope that y'all stick around with me. And I hope you're all having a great week. Just keep smiling, y'all. Have a great night. Have a great week. Happy hunting. And remember to have fun.